You don't remember the exact moment you became good at disappearing. Not from rooms, those still have doors and people still wave at you, but from yourself. It started as a trick, a little psychological life hack. Feel less, hurt less. And honestly, it worked. A clean, silent superpower. Like emotional airplane mode. But here's the part no one warned you about. Every superpower has a side effect. Yours just happened to be a slow, steady vanishing of the person you were supposed to grow into. At first, detachment is brilliant. Emotions storm in, you hit the mental equivalent of mute notifications, and suddenly the world becomes tolerable again. No panic, no heartbreak, no overwhelming tug of war with people who expect you to open up like a malfunctioning vending machine dropping snacks you were never stocked with. You didn't build walls. Walls sound sturdy, intentional, architectural. You built a buffer, a soft distance, a layer of psychological bubble wrap between you and everything sharp. It wasn't weakness, it was resourcefulness. And like any good survival tool, you used it until it worked too well. One day, you wake up inside the very cocoon that once saved you. It's quiet. Too quiet. Not the peaceful kind, the "did someone unplug the emotional power grid" kind. People start asking questions like, "Are you okay? What's wrong? Why don't you talk about how you feel?" And you want to respond. Really, you do. You want to say, "It's not that I don't feel. It's that the feelings are in another room and no one left me the key." Detachment gradually shifts from "I choose when to feel" to "I can't feel when I choose." That's the moment you realize the survival skill flipped the hierarchy. The tool became the master. And you? You became the quiet tenant of your own interior prison. The scariest part isn't the numbness. It's recognizing that the guard at the gate, the one keeping emotions out, is you. A version of you built from old wounds, old fears, old lessons learned too early and repeated too often. It's the version of you that says, feeling is dangerous. Attachment is optional. Vulnerability is how you get disappointed, and we're not doing that again. But here's the twist. You trained that guard, and you trained them in good faith. This is the moment your reflection looks back at you and asks the question you've avoided for years. If the danger is gone, why am I still standing watch? Detachment feels safe because it's predictable. No emotional ambushes. No heartbreak jump scares. No messy human connection that requires vulnerability and communication. Two skills you treat like outdated software you keep postponing updates for. You built your solitude the way some people build model ships. Patiently, meticulously, with an odd sense of pride. And then one day, you realize you're living inside the display case. You learn to survive storms so well that calm weather now feels suspicious. Safety feels like a setup, and closeness feels like a trick. Your nervous system, bless its enthusiastic overcommitment, has mistaken silence for stability and numbness for peace. People don't fall for you. They fall for the idea of you. The calm, composed, "I'm fine" version that always shows up because the real one has unionized and refuses overtime. But love, real love, requires presence. And emotional detachment is basically you forwarding all your feelings to voicemail, which is full. Friends try to reach you. Partners try to understand you. And you keep offering them a well-mannered hologram. It's not cruelty, it's habit. A habit born from surviving long stretches where no one was available when you did try to feel. So now, closeness feels like a bet you don't want to place. And distance feels like guaranteed returns. There's a strange ache that comes with numbness. Not pain. Pain is obvious, sharp, alive. Numbness is different. It's the ghost of emotion wandering around, knocking on pipes, trying to get your attention like, "Hey, you in there?" You notice it in small moments. A compliment doesn't land. A goodbye doesn't sting. A beautiful moment doesn't warm you. Your heart watches life like a movie with the volume too low. And eventually, You reach the point where you would do anything to feel something again, even if it's messy, even if it's inconvenient, even if it risks the one thing you swore to protect, your vulnerability. This is the cost no one talks about. Not feeling doesn't just block pain, it blocks meaning. You don't break out of emotional detachment with a dramatic meltdown. You don't throw open the gates and declare, "Feelings, assemble!" No, it starts small, a quiet rebellion. You allow yourself to notice something beautiful without dismissing it. You let someone's question land instead of dodging it like an Olympic emotional gymnast. You answer honestly, just a sentence, maybe two if you're feeling spicy. You take off the armor in half inches, not leaps. Because the goal isn't to become a raw nerve. The goal is to remember you're a person. And in that slow unfreezing, something surprising happens. The guard you trained steps aside. Not because they were defeated, but because you finally said, "It's okay. We're safe now." Here's the truth. Detachment saved you. It kept you afloat when the world felt too big, too loud, too sharp. But survival skills have expiration dates, and you've outgrown the emergency. You don't need to tear the walls down. You just need to stop reinforcing them. One honest moment at a time. One small feeling at a time. One brave inch of openness at a time. You're not breaking out of a prison. You're walking out of a room whose door was never locked. And the world waiting on the other side is messy, unpredictable, occasionally ridiculous, but deeply, achingly alive. Just like you've always been beneath the numbness. Be sure to subscribe, not for who I am, but who you want to become. See you next time.